Remember how we talked about the Battle of Monte Cassino? That brutal months-long stalemate in Italy during World War II? Well, after 3 failed bloody attempts by the Allies, one man stepped forward and said his soldiers would take the mountain. That man was General Władysław, and his soldiers were the Poles. Imagine this, a fortress-like monastery perched atop a mountain, a position the Germans called the Gustav Line. For months, American, British, New Zealander, and Indian troops had been thrown against it, only to be cut down. The Allies were desperate, so they turned to General Anders and his Polish II Corps. Now, these weren't just any soldiers. Many of them, including Anders himself, were survivors. They had been captured by the Soviets when Germany and the USSR invaded Poland in 1939. They'd endured the horrors of Siberian gulags. When Germany later invaded the Soviet Union, these men were released, and Anders led them, along with thousands of civilian refugees, on an epic journey out of Russia, through Iran, Iraq, and Palestine, all the way to Italy to rejoin the fight. They were a government in exile, an army without a country, fighting for a homeland they might never see again. On May 11, 1944, Anders gave the order. The Polish soldiers began their assault, clawing their way up the steep, shattered slopes of Monte Cassino. They fought through a hellscape of minefields, constant artillery bombardments, and withering machine gun fire from German paratroopers dug into the ruins. The fighting was savage, often hand-to-hand, a desperate battle for every inch of ground. Finally, after days of brutal, relentless combat, on the morning of May 18th, the 12th Podolian Uhlans Regiment broke through. They reached the summit, the bombed-out shell of the ancient abbey. A soldier, Sergeant Emil Czech, climbed the rubble, raised the red and white flag of Poland, and sounded a trumpet call. He played the Hejno Mariaki, the same haunting, broken melody played every hour from St. Mary's Church in Krakow. It was a signal to the world. Monte Cassino had fallen. The road to Rome was open. But this victory came at a staggering cost. In just a week of fighting, the Polish II Corps suffered nearly 4,000 casualties. Today, a Polish war cemetery lies on the slopes of the mountain, a silent testament to their sacrifice. The epitaph on the central monument says it all. For our freedom and yours, we soldiers of Poland gave our souls to God, our bodies to Italy, and our hearts to Poland. General Anders, a man who survived Soviet prisons to lead his army to one of the war's most iconic victories, chose to be buried there among his men. If you enjoyed this trip down the rabbit hole, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart History for Dumb Times. And if you feel like fueling more historical deep dives, the link to buy me a coffee is in the description.